Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV. Hope you're all doing very well today. I want to talk about Jack Grealish, and I'm disappointed again that Super Cup match last night, that final against Sevilla. For me, Jack Grealish again didn't do enough. Now, there'll be people who listen to me and say, what are you talking about? We won the game and Jack didn't lose the ball that much. He drew some fouls and blah, 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 blah. Because that's all it is to me. It's blah, blah. I'm not one for generally blowing smoke up our players' backsides. Okay? I want to tell it like it is. And I'm just disappointed with Jack Grealish. Now, last season, when people were blowing smoke up his backside in the second half of the season, I still countered with it and said, I don't think, even though he's better than the first half of the season, I'm not sure what impact he's making. He's better. And Pep, look, what do I know? Pep loves him. Pep kept him on the pitch last night. He took Cole Palmer, the man of the match, off and kept Jack Grealish on. And partly I think that's because Jack Grealish has more experience. He's less likely to lose the ball. But also, in my opinion, he's less likely to make things happen. You know, he's getting a lot of ball and he's not doing enough with it. Not enough for me as a fan. Okay, the way I want to play. And yes, you can criticise me and say it's got nothing to do with me. It's all to do with Pep. You know, Pep's what matters. Who am I? I don't matter. I totally agree. Okay, but it's all about opinions, isn't it? I'm having my opinion and making my opinion, but I'm putting it out there for you guys to probably knock me down. But see, in the first half of last season, now what Jack Grealish, he wasn't impacting the game enough, okay? And when we were struggling in games, you know, he had, was it against Leeds? He had 3 chances in the first half and he just couldn't put anything away. He wasn't contributing enough. You know, his stats, let's look at his stats. His stats have been terrible in terms of goal contributions, whether it's actually scoring goals in the league or getting assists. And I said, when we were struggling, people criticised him for the missed opportunities, for not contributing enough. But when the team was on a winning run, Jack Grealish suddenly became brilliant. Even though I think he was playing better, and I said so. I said I think he's contributing more, he's playing better. But hey, Riyad Mahrez had better stats, but Pep stuck with Grealish. I mean, it's cost a lot of money. I'm sure that's not the reason why Pep's sticking with Jack Grealish. But his numbers aren't great. That first season at City, he played, I can't remember now, 26 games or something in the league. He scored 3 goals and got 3 assists. And we can all say, turn around and say, and we all do, or most of us do, say, look, you need that first season to adapt, because he admitted it himself, he's moving away from Aston Villa, where he is the big fish. He is the big fish in that small pond. At City, he's no fish. He's just a tiddler, because we've got players like, you know, well, last season Erling Haaland, KDB, Bernardo Silva, Ilkay Gundogan. Yeah, need I go on? We're rock full of talent, stock full of talent, and Jack Grealish is just an ordinary guy in amongst some of those superstars. So he's going to feel different and he has to play different. And Pep changed him from a free-flowing attacking guy who takes a lot of risks. He wants someone who's going to take fewer risks. Not basically, Pep wants possession. He wants us not to lose the ball. And Jack Grealish did that for Pep, so you can't knock him for that. But he does what Pep wants, and that's why he keeps getting picked. But, so that was the first season. Last season, he played I think 2 or 3 more league games throughout the season. He scored, I think it was 5 goals, and he got 7 assists. So that's 12 goals and assists in a season. Not bad if he's playing about 28 games. It's about 1 in 2. But hey, I'm greedy. I want more. Okay, you know, he's a different player to someone like Leroy Sané or Sterling in his heyday, because those guys were stacked full of pace and trickery. Jack's got plenty of trickery, but he hasn't got that pace. You know, Leroy Sané, I think his best season at City, he got 20 odd goals and assists. You know, much more than that 12 from Jack Grealish. And as a team, I think we're scoring fewer goals, and that's you know, and fewer goals from all over the pitch. Now you can say, hey, look, Erling Haaland scoring 36 league goals on his own. Why do we need a lot of goals from other players? But hey, you need contributions from everybody, okay, from all over the pitch. You know what? Look, we just lost KDB. We lost a huge amount of our creativity, and Ilkay Gundogan's gone. Another huge stack of creativity has disappeared. Riyad Mahrez has gone. Another creative individual. We've lost all this creativity from the side so quickly, and who's going to do all that creation? You know, we don't know who's going to set the stuff up. We saw Haaland last night not getting many opportunities. No one's basically passing the ball. No one's creating opportunities and chances for him. So what if Haaland got injured? Who's going to score the goals then? You know, I can't remember how many goals we scored last season. Let's say it was 80 odd league goals. Haaland scored nearly half of them. So something happens to him, other players have to step up. Why do you have to wait for something to happen to him? Hopefully nothing happens to him, but why do you have to wait for that? Why can't you contribute now? Why can't you prepare and deliver more? And I'm sorry, Jack Grealish doesn't score enough goals for me, doesn't create enough opportunities for me. Yes, he's great at holding the ball, recycling the ball, drawing fouls. It's not enough. So many times last night he got the ball, he flattered to deceive. You know, he feigned this way, he feigned that way, he's going to do this, he's going to do that, and he ended up doing nothing except passing the ball back most of the time. He had a couple of shots, but he's poor with the shooting. He cuts in, great, he's got a great chance to curl it to the far post, and he hits it straight at the keeper. Poor shooting, poor finishing, you know, and that's disappointing me. I'm not bothered about his price tag. You know, I mention it as a bit of fun, but I'm bothered about his goal contributions, and I just need to see more. I need to see him taking that game by the scruff of the neck. Now, look, I want to see exciting wingers. I want to see people taking players on. I want to see people dribbling. I want to see people with pace, running past players, running past defenders. I want to see trickery. I want to see some skills. I want to see some takers. I want to see some shots. I want to see some goals. I want to see plenty of assists, and I'm not seeing that from Jack Grealish. Now, look, this is his third season at City. You would expect, or you would hope that he would do even better than his previous seasons. He has to start delivering more, and my concern is he's not doing that, and that puts pressure on other players. And we saw last night how difficult it was to break Sevilla down. It really was difficult until later on in the second half, after we'd scored and they were getting tired. We managed to put some pressure on and get through them. But for large parts of that game, we were struggling. We really did, especially that first half and the first 15-20 minutes of the second half. We really struggled to break them down, and they were very solid, very compact, very narrow, and we were trying to look for that opportunity, but it just wasn't there. And I want to see wingers. I want to see that pace and trickery. I want to see Grealish get past his man and do something with the ball. My concern is, you know, what I've seen so far, albeit it's only early in the season, and what I saw last season is he's not going to deliver enough. I want us to go out and put pressure on him, because right now, especially with KDB being injured, especially with Riyad Mahrez having left, especially with Ilkay Gundogan having left, who is putting pressure on Jack Grealish for his spot? In the past, we had the option of playing Foden out on the left, left wing. Now Foden played last night as a number 10. He played behind Haaland. He's played on the right as well, on the right wing. Who's putting pressure on Jack Grealish? So he's got a position. He's positioned for life. He shouldn't be like that. Although he didn't start the first Premier League game, but there's no one really putting concerted pressure on him, especially, you know, as I said, with KDB being injured. Foden is being redeployed. If we get some new players, Paqueta, Doku, whoever, you know, they need time to settle. I just don't think there's enough pressure on Jack Grealish to deliver more. I think he needs to. As I said, people will come out and knock me down for saying it because they love Jack Grealish. Well, I don't care. I don't care about what he does off the pitch. I don't care about pretty much all of that. What I care, what affects me the most, is what he does on the pitch. I want to see goals. I want to see assists. I want to see a little bit more excitement. As a fan, okay? As someone who's paying good money to go and watch football, I want to see a bit more excitement. Leroy Sané used to get me off my seat every time he got the ball. Honestly, when you go to Etihad, watch a game, everybody got up. Everybody got up when Leroy Sané got the ball. We wanted to see what he was going to do. And I just don't get that feeling with Jack. And yes, I understand it's different now. Pep's playing differently, and we're winning games. And you can argue when Leroy Sané was here, we never won the Champions League. And you'll be right. And you could say last season we won it, almost won it all: Champions League, FA Cup, League, treble, and now the Super Cup. And you've probably got a good point. You know, what we're doing is working, and you can't argue with what's working. But I want a bit more excitement. I want a bit more in that goals and assist column. I want a bit more control. I want him to rip players to pieces, and he can. And I hope he turns it around this season, and I hope he contributes more. You know, he should be, honestly, he should be looking at 10 assists, 10 goals. Leroy Sané was. As I said, different players, but I don't care how you get there. Get there. Guys, if you're new to the channel, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe. If you can hit that bell icon, you'll be notified as soon as new videos come out. We'll see you around, Blues.